Hey everyone, SilverCheesecake, welcome back to Goemon Nippon! I don't know what's wrong with me, guys, I apologize. But, so I tried recording this. I recorded like 3 episodes because I'm an idiot. And they all screwed up. I had the recording window up, and for some reason, the recording window shifted up to the left. I don't know why, but it screwed up the entire video 3 times over. So, now I have to start this stuff over again, which it's okay because wait, hold on, where's my, oh, there we go, Kyoto. Alright, it's okay because this isn't like a game that I really react to. 1, I've played this already, and 2, it's just a visual novel, so it's just me having to reread it over again. If it was like Goemon that I had to re-record, which I've done before, then it would kind of suck because then the reactions wouldn't be as authentic. But this, you know, I threw some jokes in there and all that other stuff. But whatever. Let's just roll right into this. Kyoto was Japan's capital for over 1,000 years, until it was changed over to Tokyo in 1867. And by the way, we're in Kyoto right now, just in case you forgot. For over 1,000 years. Kyoto became the capital in the year 794. Before that, Japan's government was centered in Nara Prefecture, and the capital would shift around when the head of state changed. But in 794, they built a new city on this land. It was known as Heian-kyo, and its layout was based on the contemporary capital of China. That city remained as Japan's capital for more than 1,000 years. Such a long time, huh? But, what's wrong? What year did the Edo period start? In 1603. Wasn't Tokyo the center of government during the Edo period? In that case, Kyoto should have stopped being the capital that year. You make a good point. It's true that the center of Japanese government was moved to Tokyo during the Edo period. But while the shogun had the real power in the Edo period, the formal head of the government was not a shogun himself, but the emperor here in Kyoto. So even during that time, the Japanese government was technically centered in Kyoto. And even when it officially moved to Edo, Kyoto and Osaka continued to grow as if they were still next door to the capital, right? That's right. I see. So you could say Kyoto is a city that maintains the traditions, forms, and culture of Japan's good old days. I see. I guess Kyoto is the first thing I think of when it comes to traditional Japanese culture. But still. But you'd rather be seeing the town for yourself instead of listening to our lectures, right? How did you know that? Even though I like your lectures. Come on, don't get me wrong, you sound cute too. Because I'm making your voice. Because we can read your face like a book, right, Aki-chan? Yeah, especially when you're thinking perverted things. A response like that. Wait a minute. You mean you do think of those things? This is all Max response. That's all my version of Bam. What? Are you saying we're lacking in womanly charms? But come on, what are you talking? I'm sorry, guys. Do you want me to think those things or not? Oh, you idiot. Of course I don't want you to think about it, you perv. I told you I'm not. Come on now, Aki-chan, let's put this strange quarrel to rest. Concerning the earlier issue, it's no wonder you're more interested in the modern town. Kyoto is still a major metropolis after all. So it's still gradually changing as new people and shops come in. I see. Now that you mention it, I can see that it's true. Well, as long as we're here, we really should look all around. So let's cut the chit-chat, it's time for the quick tour. Yes it is. That's what I've been waiting for. So where should we start? First, a word of warning about getting around Kyoto. Getting around Kyoto? Yes, Kyoto is dotted with all kinds of temples and shrines, so it's surprisingly difficult to get in or to get around in it. The easiest method is the bus line managed by the city bus. Bus, huh? I'm no good with those. I get motion sickness. It's not as if we'll be on them for very long, though. Don't worry. The city bus has a day pass that allows you to ride as much as you'd like for 500 yen. So here, this is your portion, and that's pretty good, I think. Oh, thanks. That's Mayone-chan. So well prepared. Tourists mostly use the 100, 101, and 102 bus lines because there's a lot to see along them. Lately, the buses the tourists often use, or use most often, have been given easily distinguishable car designs and gimmicks, so let's all use the buses a lot. Okay then, once more, where should we go first? Let me see. I think that's the best place, don't you? That. You mean that. First, the entry fee. There. $3. Alrighty. Alrighty. Kiyomizu Dera. Let's take a looky poo at this, shall we? Frickin' this thing. Okay, accept the risk. That's fine. Alright. Here we go. Woo! Alright, this place is gorgeous. I think they're doing some sort of construction right there, it looks like. Gosh. You know, they had, like, lots of these sorts of, like, it's like kind of like temples slash gardens throughout Tokyo itself. I mean, I know this isn't Tokyo right here, but it's really cool seeing them. Every garden has something different. This is Kiyomizu-dera, the most famous temple in Kyoto. Kiyomizu-dera. Oh, and Mizu is water. Haha. Trivia. Okay. They say Kiyomizu-dera was completed in the year 778, before Kyoto became the capital. Before Kyoto was capital, there are temples that old? Kiyomizu-dera is known for how the main hall bulges out of the side of the mountain. The main hall has been rebuilt over and over due to fires, but the last rebuild was in 1633, so it's still quite old. It was still built around 400 years ago then. It's standard for the stone buildings of America and Europe to survive that long, but for these eastern wooden structures to last so long shows the care that goes into them. I know. She always reads my mind. Do you know the Japanese phrase, jump from the stage at Kiyomizu, meaning to plunge headfirst into something? Stage at Kiyomizu. It refers to this building? Yes, apparently if you gather up your courage and jump from here, your wish will come true. They say that in the old days, many men really would make the jump to show their determination. From here? But it's really far down. Yeah, they say some people died trying it. Honestly, men are such idiots. I can't help but agree with you there. As long as we're here, let's go to the Otoa waterfall below. The Otoa waterfall? Yes, it's a small waterfall consisting of 3 narrow streams. The waterfall has existed for over 1,000 years, and back then people said the water would confer wealth or long life, and they loved it. It was like a fountain of youth. The fountain of youth? Okay, let's check it out, man. Woo! Whoa. There really are 3 trails of water here. Alright, Otoa no Taki. No Taki. Sorry, Soul Calibur. If anybody gets that reference, like, you're freaking awesome. Alright. Alright, here we go. Now they had, like, things that are sort of like this that I tried. And I remember playing this game last year, so I wasn't greedy about it. But I don't know which ones I drank from. And obviously it wasn't this again, but it was, you know, different ones. Alright. Oh, and you'll understand the greediness factor soon. Each stream confers its own blessings. From right to left, they confer academic success, health, and love respectively. Academics, health, and love. So then, starting from the right, I take the water from each and drink it. Okay, let's start with the water of academic. Oh yeah, I'm super smart now. Now water of health. Alright, now I'm super healthy, and the water of love. Oh yeah, now I'm a player. Alright. Whew, it's delicious. Really could be for the fountain youth. Huh? Now that I think about it, you guys only drank from the health and love springs, and none from the academics one. How come? Oh, well, right? Yes. But what? You both look so serious. The truth is, it's said that anyone greedy enough to try to drink from all 3 rivers will be denied their blessings. What? Wait, is that true? Yes, I'm sorry to say. No way! Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because it wouldn't have been funny. Sorry about that. So I didn't earn any blessings today. I could have used the blessings in love at least. Now that I think about it, Makoto and Akira both drank from the love spring. First the entry fee, there. Now our next Kyoto sightseeing spot is here. Woo! Whoa! Kinkakuji. Alright, let's look at Kinkakuji. I think I have postcards of Kinkakuji. Or something of the sort. I'm pretty sure I do. And, I mean, they're postcards that I got from Tokyo. Of Kyoto. So, it's a beautiful temple. For real. This is the Kinkakuji. Kinkaku. The kin in Kinkaku is a reference to the grand golden color of the temple, but that's just its nickname. What's its real name? I know, it's Rokwonji, right? Kuon. If you know my Kuon gameplays. Yeah, that's what I was making a joke about. If not, go check it out. That's right, you really know your stuff, Aki-chan. Hold your applause to the end. I still know a lot more about the Rokwonji. Then why don't you tell us about it, Akira? Leave it to me. The fact is, there was already a temple here in the 13th century, but the noble who commissioned it was put to death for conspiring against the emperor, and it fell into ruin. Then around the end of the 14th century, the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu fixed it up and built a new temple, which he called the Rokwonji. Another Soul Calibur reference there. So no Taki, but we got Yoshimitsu. Wow, is that really what happened? Yes, she's exactly right. Wait a minute, why are you asking Oni-chan for confirmation? No reason, just wanted to be sure. Let me tell you, this isn't all I know. I also know that, when the temple was completed, the grounds around it were larger and it completely burned down once. Burned down? The temple? Was it in a war or what? Bzz, sorry, it burned down just 60 years ago. It was arson. It was Professor White in the kitchen with a lead pipe. Arson? You mean someone set fire to it? I don't know how you set something fire with a lead pipe. I apologize. It was a poor clue reference. Alright, I'll stop with the references, guys. Alright. Yeah, in 1950, by a young monk still in training. A monk committed arson? That's right. The temple was already a famous national treasure at that time, so it caused a huge stir. I see. That makes sense. Then a world-famous author named Mishima Yukio wrote a novel about it. The name of the novel is, of course, Kinkakuji. Wow, Akira. You really know your stuff, or you really know a lot about the Kinkakuji. I told you I knew a lot about it. So, have you read the novel? No. Oh dear. Mishima Yukio's Kinkakuji has been translated into many other languages, so you should read it if you get a chance. Sure, I will. He probably wrote it after visiting the place for himself, so it should be more interesting now than if I had read it beforehand. I'll be sure to look around for it when I get home. I think I might try to read it when I get home too. I see. I think you would get a lot out of it, Aki-chan. The Kinkakuji, huh? The walls are covered with gold leaf, so it says gold as the name suggests. I heard the ancient Europe referred to Japan as Japang, the land of gold. But looking at this, I can see why Marco Polo would have felt that way. What do you think of Kyoto so far? Let's see. At first I wasn't really seeing the town's history and culture at all, but the more we walk around, the more I feel the traditional atmosphere seeping in all over. That's right. Kyoto has a lot of temples and shrines, so you can walk from temple to temple and shrine to shrine. Just walking around can give you a deep impression of the town. Yeah, that's really true. But how do I say this? It's more than that. There's, even among the smallest shops in town, so many of them sell traditional craft goods. So that also gives me an impression of a town that values its history. That's true. While Kyoto continues to expand, the city as a whole protects its traditions. I think that's what makes it so amazing. Preserving its history while taking in the new, eh? But now that I think about it, I think Tokyo has a similar sort of atmosphere. With Kyoto, it just feels a whole lot sharper. When I think about it that way, Kyoto really is like a representation of Japan itself. Ah, that's it. There's one thing that surprised me in coming to Kyoto. Surprised you? What is it? You know, the language. Language. Ah, I see. Because it's not like Tokyo Japanese. That's right. It's a dialect, right? The accent and the words people use here are nothing like the Japanese I'm used to. That's true. People in Kyoto, Osaka, and Kobe all speak with what's called a Kansai-ben. Kansai-ben. Yes, Kobe, Osaka, and Kyoto all have their own dialects, but the general term for it is Kansai-ben. Kansai-ben, I see. It's hard for even native Japanese to imitate Kansai-ben. It's a unique way of speaking. I see, but how should I say? It feels like it has nuances I don't hear in Japanese of Tokyo. That's true, it's fast-paced and kind of funny. That's right, when you listen in on an exchange, it almost sounds like they might burst out laughing. You remember what I said before, that Kyoto was the capital of Japan long ago? While that was going on, the city of Osaka was also developing next door. Osaka developed as a merchant city. They based their lives around merchant culture. So I think their language developed around the interaction between the shop owner and customer. Making the customer feel comfortable is so important in the business world. You mean they make them laugh so that they relax and feel more like buying things? It's just my own speculation, but I do wonder if it's true. The real Kansai has done a lot to develop comedians and comedy culture, so you might hear Kansai band on TV too. Now that I think about it, it sounds really cute when girls speak it too. Well, we don't speak Kansai band. Does that mean you don't think we're cute? That's not it. That's not what I was trying to say at all. So you're saying you wish we both spoke Kansai band? That's right, exactly. I mean, that's exactly the same complaint. Even while speaking Kansai band, I think we make a good comedy team, don't you? I have nothing to say. Anyway, we have one more place to go today. It's very close to where we are now. What kind of temple is it this time? Oh my, we're not going to the temple. Really? Then where are we? Woo! Ta-da! This is Kyoto's premier entertainment district, Gion. Not like Gion from Doraemon! Okay, I apologize, I had to throw in another reference. I used that reference when I recorded this the first time, so I had to do it this time. Alright, so this is beautiful as anything. That is really cool. Okay. Wow, the buildings here have an older, more refined feeling to them. Gion is the gateway to the Sakura Shrine, so it's basically a town that popped up along the road to the shrine. It popped up out on Kyoto. Sorry. That was a reference to me. I'm so sorry, guys. I couldn't help myself. The name Gion comes from the fact that the Sakura Shrine was once known as the Gion Shrine. I see. So is there something on the street? Like what? Like a Pizza Hut or a Taco Bell? Well, it's certainly a very beautiful street, and it has a refined atmosphere. But isn't there like a famous building or... Yeah, there's nothing like that here. But in its place... Look, there! Walking toward us! Walking? Like with feet? Ah! There's a woman walking toward us. With tiny red lips on a face made up in white. It's such a beautiful kimono. Is that a high-class geisha? Sort of. Geisha is used only in Tokyo. In Kyoto, they are called geiko. Geiko. Yes, and young apprentice geiko are known as maiko. She looks young, so she's probably a maiko. Ah, she just turned to us and bowed. She's so cute. There was I believe it was a maiko when I was in Ueno, and I think she was getting into a car or something, and they were like trying to help her with a seatbelt or something. Like there were people around her, like 3 people, and like they were talking to her, you know, right at her side, like trying to comfort her or something. They were very, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say pampering her, but pamperative. No, but like, they'll talk about it more here, about like the discipline they undergo and their just, I guess, their general status. Hey One-chan, I hear back in the day Maiko were girls around 10 years old. Is that true? That is what they say. 10 years old? They started that young? Yes. I mean, that was because Maiko and Geiko would play instruments at banquets, sing, and dance. They were like flowers used to add life to a party. And men of high standing and rank would come to them. So in order to keep them from offending anyone, they received strict instruction in discipline and manners from a very young age. That's the kind of system it was. So for all its beauty, their world was a harsh one too. Yes, however, it's now seen as problematic for a child to work so hard, so nowadays you can't begin Maiko training until you finish school. I saw on TV once that there are fewer and fewer women who wanted to become Maiko too. I guess that's true in all countries. Jobs that were standard long ago are gradually declining. It's too bad, but yeah. But the TV also said that people seem to want to do it more now compared to before. But they say the training is so strict that many people just up and quit. Just because you want it doesn't mean you'll succeed. Just like me being a YouTuber. Yeah. But Maiko and Geiko are part of an amazing culture. There must be more people who want to carry it on. That's it! As long as we're here, why don't we call it Geiko-san tonight? And unfortunately, that's not possible. I think that'd kind of be awkward. Huh? Why not? The girls will refuse first-time customers. Most people have to be referred by an existing customer. That's probably for safety reasons. I see. There are some exceptions lately, and I've heard there are some events where you can hire Geiko for a brief period of time. But it probably takes a lot of money, right? I see. I guess that's true. Yeah, I understand that. It was just an idea. I can tell you're pretty upset about it just from the way you're talking. I told you I was joking. I don't think you were. Anyway, as long as we're here, we should stop by the Yusaka Shrine, then back to our hotel? Okay. Okay. Whew. The Yusaka Shrine sure is beautiful. Well, let's head to our hotel for the night. Sounds good. Just what kind of hotel are we staying at? Hey, Oni-chan, are you sure it's down this way? Yes, I'm sure it's just a little farther. Wow, this looks like a regular civilian street. Is there really a hotel in this area? Oh, there it is. Here. Huh? It really looks like... Isn't this just someone's house? It looks that way, doesn't it? But this is a very fine inn. Wow. They call them Kyomachiya, or Machiya. Kyoto was originally a castle town, so there were a lot of buildings like these where merchants and artisans would use them both as a work and living space. As time passed, they have deteriorated, and more have been demolished. But recently, there's been a movement to reinforce these old buildings and renovate them into something new. But the quality of the old days remains. For instance, the outer facade is different from the building we live in, right? It takes things like not letting you see in from the outside and keeping cats and dogs from peeing on the walls into consideration. They're even worried about cats and dogs? Isn't it funny? So now there are a lot of inns that make use of the old Kyomachiya. This is one of them. So this was originally an artisan's house. It's entirely possible. This is an inn? A lot of Japanese hotels charge by person rather than by number of rooms, but the machiya are more mainstream and charge by room. So if you're staying with your friends or family, they're your best bet. On the other hand, they don't feed you, so you may have to prepare food for yourself or pick it up somewhere. But I get to stay in a place that's pure Japan, so I don't mind at all. That's true. And even without that, Kyoto has a lot of delicious restaurants. Well, let's go inside. Oh, look out! What? What? Oh, 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 oh. Ita. Are you okay? Yeah. These buildings were made with the heights of old-time Japanese people in mind, so the ceilings are very low. That means tall men and foreigners have to be careful, otherwise they'll bump their heads just like you did. Bump ahead. Also, the houses themselves are very small. The stairs are narrow and sometimes steep, so be careful. I got it. I'll be more careful while I'm moving around. Wow. What are you shouting for? You know what, kid? This house is so small. You don't need to say it so loudly. And it's all tatami. All the furniture is made out of wood. Whoa, there's a tiny garden, too. Look, the bathtub, it's made of wood. This is great. This is real Japan. This is Sparta. No. Hey, it's not worth yelling about. Ow! She should have slapped me. I told you. Our time in Kyoto. It had its own appeal. Totally different from Tokyo. Our hotel might be more humble than the halls where geisha performed, but it was still a nice place. The food in Kyoto tastes completely different from the food in Tokyo, too. Kyoto was a nice place, not at all inferior to Tokyo. But being here for just one day doesn't seem like enough to experience it all. We're going back to Tokyo tomorrow. In 3 days, I'll be heading home. I've got to make the most of Japan in the time I've got left. For real. Day 5. Another beautiful day. They said on the news yesterday that it was going to rain in Tokyo. So the good weather followed me on this trip. Should be a good sign of things to come, right? Nah. Okay, day 2 in Kyoto. Let's get started. Let's roll. Our next destination is a temple called the Ryoanji. Ryoanji is a magnificent temple, of course. It has a number of other charms to the people who visit it. It has other charms? What do you think? What could it be? I give up. I have no idea. The answer is... First, the entrance fee. Boom. This rock garden. Ryoanji. Alright, this is really neat. I'm gonna see you guys can see that panel, right? So I'm gonna try to move it up here so you guys don't see it, because otherwise it'll block the way. So I love how much wood is used for this. It makes it so pretty. Like, I was always fascinated by general Asian architecture. And, you know, it's for reasons like this. You know, I love pagodas, love, you know, those temple styles, all that cool stuff. Wait, why are you being so quiet? Sorry, I got kind of sucked in. Anyway, how do I say this? A garden made of rocks and sand with no trees. It feels kind of empty. It sounds strange, but when I look at it long enough, it starts to look like islands in the ocean. Wow, that's amazing. Huh? What's amazing? This type of garden is called kare sansui. As you said, it symbolizes mountains and water without the use of water. I see. I think you stumbled upon its meaning without realizing it. Did my voice just crack while doing a feminine voice? So maybe I got a little closer to being Japanese in these few days, huh? Yeah. Maybe so. Anyway, who created this garden? It's such a high level of artistry. It must be someone famous, right? Actually, no one knows. Really? Yes, it's said that it was made sometime in the 15th century, and there are varying theories as to its creator, but no one knows for sure. I see. But that's not the only thing we don't know. Huh? There's another mystery about it. Take a good look. How many stones do you see in the garden? Stones? 1, 2, 3. Are there 14 in all? That's what it looks like, right? Yeah. But since you asked that, it must mean... Yes, there are really 15 stones in all. Wait, let me count again. 1, 2, 3... Ah, you're right. There's another stone hidden behind that one. The garden was designed so there's only one spot where you can see all 15 stones at once. Wow. The Stoa in the Vatican was built so that the two rings of the pillars line up perfectly when you stand at the center of the plaza. This is kind of the opposite effect. The garden itself is built on a slight decline, so the height of the stones in the back will seem to change height from some angles. There are optical illusions like that all around the garden. It's amazing. What a complicated garden. But I could never have come up with something so complicated. This word is complicated. Complicated. Feels like it must be imbued with all sorts of deep meaning. Naturally. So, what meanings are hidden in it? You need to figure it out for yourself. That's the meaning of Zen. What? But that's mean. Come on, Aki-chan. Stop teasing him and tell him the truth. Huh? The truth? Sorry. To tell you the truth, no one knows the deepest meaning of the garden. Really? Yes. There are many theories, of course, but no one really knows which are really true. And we may never really know. I see. Because we don't know who the creator is. So we don't know what was going on in his or her head. But like Aki-chan said, because there is no answer, that means you can think it out for yourself. That part of it really is the meaning of Zen. I know, right? That's why I really meant it when I said that. Liar. What's that look on your face? You got something to say? I totally paraphrased that, but whatever. Not at all. She's so on to me. We've been walking around a lot all day, but there's so much to see in Kyoto. There is. We've only been hitting up the main spots. You can't see it all in just a day or two. Anyway, we'd better leave before it gets dark. We have time to see one more place, which means the next thing will be our last. That's right, and I know just the place for us to go. The place to go? Where is that? That is first entry fee for $36. All right. Here. I get it. This is the Kyoto Studio Park. It's a theme park, a recreation of an Edo period village. Alrighty. This is really cool. Woo! Look at this. Isn't that neat, guys? Freaking, I want to take this and turn it into a level for Mystical Ninja. Like, for real. Yeah, that's cool as crap, dude. I gotta go to Kyoto someday. Amazing! I never knew this was here. It takes about 30 minutes by train from Kyoto, but I really wanted to show it to you. I see. These are fairly rare in Japan, but they're quite fun, especially. A recreation of ancient Japan. I see. And this is... You're in a daze. Oh, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm just happy that you seem to be having fun. Yeah, I'm really glad we came here. Thanks. Sure. She's shy. Oni-chan, stop it. You're doing it again. That reminds me. You called this movie village earlier. Originally a lot of Japanese movie companies would film here, because a lot of movies back then were jirageki. So most of the jirageki ended up getting filmed here. Now I forget what jirageki means, and I think they put a caption for what jirageki means. But because I'm redoing this recording, it's not showing it for some reason, so I don't know what the deal is. Then a part of the set was open for the public to enjoy, which is why it's called Kyoto Studio Park. That's right. I see. That's interesting. What's really amazing is that they didn't just recreate the shells of the buildings. You can actually walk around and experience the town for yourself. Wow, so what kind of things can you do? Let's see. For instance, there are exhibits about the filming process. And you can experience the traditional culture of Kyoto. I see. There are chambara shows too. Chambara. And you don't just watch them, they really teach you the chambara style. Whoa, you can try chambara? I'm not sure about that, but we can at least do that. What's that? You'll see when we get there. That's right, so let's go. Ooh. Huh? Wait, is this... Well, which do you want? You have to choose. Actually, why don't you choose for us too? Choose for you? Me? Yeah. Let's do it that way. Okay then. And let me warn you, you better choose seriously. I know. Let's see. For the two of you. Frickin' $85 to dress two chicks. I'm ready. You guys still changing? Well, women always take longer to get ready. Here we are. Huh? Woo! Whoa. Ta-da! How is it? Do you like it? I'm sorry we took so much time. You guys look so amazing. Thank you. You don't look bad yourself. Really? I can't tell. Do I look like a samurai? Yeah, you look like a dashing samurai. Seriously? Yeah, you look like a dashing villainous governor. Yeah, evil governor. I mean, that's not a compliment at all. Took you long enough. I told you. Alright. But anyway, I didn't think I'd get to dress up like this. And moreover, yeah, the girls look really amazing. They always look great, but I think I prefer them in Japanese style clothes. What's wrong, Akira? I just don't think I can accept this. Can't accept what? You picked a princess costume for my sister, so why did you make me a lady samurai? I wanted to be more feminine, like a Maiko, or... I wouldn't have minded a princess outfit like Oni-chan's either. Well, you just what? I just kind of... You spit it out already. Akira is such a happy, active girl. I think the suits are better than princess clothes. Right? Don't you think, Makoto? Yes, I do. As her older sister, I also think that outfit brings out her charm a bit more than the others. Hang on, what are you guys saying in English? Well, while I know you're saying it in English so she won't understand, I think you should probably tell her. I don't know what she'll do to me if I tell her that. Come on, stop leaving me out of the conversation. I don't think it will be bad. She'll be happy to hear it. Are you sure? I'm sure. I know you guys are saying bad things about me. We're not. We're complimenting you. You're lying. Fine then. You're saying I don't look good. You're saying I don't look good in pretty things. I know she's supposed to be bad at English, but I'm not intending to be bad at English when voicing her. I'm sorry, guys. Come on now, don't pout. Fine. Villainous governors who enter into conspiracy will face my judgment. Prepare yourself. Let's do this. Huh? Well, wait a sec. It's dangerous to swing a sword around. Resistance is futile. Me waking up in the hospital. Thank you for riding the Shinkansen today. The train will. Just 2 days. It was a short but very fulfilling 2-day trip. There's still a lot of places I haven't explored yet. If I ever come back to Japan, I'll have to come here again. Farewell, Kyoto. Till we meet again. Huh? It's pretty quiet, actually. What are they? Wow, Makoto's already asleep. Well, we have been walking around for 2 days, so that makes sense. Does that mean Akita's also... Nope, Akita's awake. But... What's wrong, Akita? Are you tired? No, I'm not so tired. Huh? I guess it's no good. What's no good? English. I just can't speak it. Oh, that was English just now. I don't know why the heck I'm stuttering in my thoughts. I thought she was speaking to me in Japanese. Why can't I be more like Oni-chan? More like Makoto? Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that the whole time we were in Kyoto. If only I could do all the things Oni-chan can. Oni-chan has always been pretty, kind, and she knows everything. And she can even speak English. She's amazing. You think so too, right? That Oni-chan is amazing? Yeah, it's true that she's smart, pretty, and she's good at English. Oh, but hey, you're much better at cooking than Makoto. Well, that's true, but that's not really important. You think so? I think cooking is an amazing skill to have. What? Nothing. Thanks. Oh, sure. Even so, I can't really compare to Oni-chan. Oni-chan is... I've always admired her. Ever since we were kids. Our adult relatives would crowd around and say, Makoto-chan's so cute. Makoto-chan's so smart. They would always say things like that. When they did, I'd get so happy, as if I was the one being praised. But it really was her that they were complimenting, not me. Akira. Oh, but don't get me wrong, I'm not hikandero or anything. Hikandero? Oh, you know that, you don't know that one? How to explain it? Oh, you know, jealousy, right? Yeah. Right, so, yeah. It's not that I'm jealous of her or anything. I'm just... Sometimes I really hate myself. Hate yourself? Compared to Oni-chan, nothing I do is good enough. And the more I think about it, the more I start to hate myself. That's... When I was a kid, our parents would encourage me to take English classes with Oni-chan. But I didn't go. Back then I was afraid of being compared to Oni-chan. I was afraid they'd say that Oni-chan could speak it really well, and then ask why I was so bad at it. They wouldn't do that. Yeah, I know. It was just the hikandero speaking. But even knowing that, I still thought that way. So I fell into a really bad Jiko Keno, and I started feeling even more sensitive about not being able to speak English. Jiko Keno? Oh, right. Do you know what Jiko Keno is? Ah, yeah, it's self and disgust. I can get the rough idea. It means self-loathing, right? Yeah, that's right. Akira? But I still wish I'd done it. Huh? After all, if I had taken the classes, I wouldn't feel so frustrated. I could have talked to you in your native language just like Oni-chan did today. Maybe then, I could have shared how I really felt without trying to act so tough all the time. Sorry? You said a lot of difficult words that I didn't understand, so... you don't have to apologize, just... I guess I was using harder words on purpose. On purpose? Yeah, on purpose. Why? That's a secret. A secret. I really do wish I had worked harder on studying English back then. If I had... Phew! In the end, Akita fell asleep, and I still don't know exactly what she was talking about. And when she woke up... Tadaima! Tadaima! Phew, I'm all beat. She was back to her usual self. Even if you're only gone for one night, coming back from a trip really makes you appreciate home. I know how you feel. Really? Maybe that's just a common human trait that people all over the world experience. But it's gone by so quickly, hasn't it? Huh? From the time you came here until today, it's gone by in the blink of an eye. And now you have to go home in 2 days. Oh, right. So sad. You'll be heading out early then, won't you? Oh yeah, I have to leave pretty early in the morning, I think. Then tomorrow will be your last day for sightseeing. I guess so. Is there anything you'd like to see tomorrow? No, I'll have to think about it. I see. Well, it's your last chance for sightseeing, so you should really make the most of it. Yeah. That's right. Like Makoto said, tomorrow will be my last day to look around the city. Where should I go tomorrow? No. What I should be asking myself isn't where I want to go. It's who I go with. For my last day of sightseeing, I want to go with... Hey, are you awake? Huh? It's Akira. Could I come in? Akira? Yeah, come on in. Sorry, I knew you're probably tired. Oh, it's okay. No problem. I couldn't sleep anyway. I see. Akira, what could you want at this time of night? Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. Sure. Have you decided, like, where you want to go tomorrow? Not yet. Okay then, do you want to go to Yokohama with me? Go with you? Yeah, to Yokohama. How about it? You don't have to. If you don't want to, I don't mind. Not at all. I want to. I totally want to. Really? Then, okay, Yokohama? Tomorrow? Okay, I've been wanting to see Yokohama. That's good. Yeah. So anyway, see you tomorrow. Got it, Yokohama, huh? This should be fun. Yeah. Anyway, good night. Good night. Phew. I just said I wanted to go, but I honestly don't know the first thing about Yokohama. But I don't mind going at all, because it's less about where I want to go than who I go there with. Tomorrow's my last day to take a trip with Akira. I hope it'll be a good day. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be a good day. Day 6. Alrighty. I think I'm going to end it right there, actually. So, that's Kyoto. Hopefully this is going to be a good video and I don't have to redo it again. Oh, I'll be on for a bit. Woo. Okay. It's like 11:23 here. I should be wide awake right now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. And as always, peace!
Le café chocolat, la bouche d'Amy. Marche, today pas à pas. Bonne chance, merci beaucoup. On